Art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. Pablo Picasso. These past 2 years, we were in a pandemic situation that changes our life and the way we do things normally. Art is always a great tool for people to express their feelings. Learning art not just helps students relieve stress and express their emotions, but they also gain knowledge from the artistic world. We are very proud to present artworks from students from grades 6 to 10th in the MYP Art Exhibition. The arts exhibition will open from May 11th to May 14th. We hope you'll get to visit and enjoy students' artworks. Thank you.
Hello everybody, MYP, MISJ, SMP, SMA students, faculty, and community. I wanted to welcome you to the MYP Arts and Music Festival, which is happening May 11th through the 14th. And the ground floor of the SMP building will be transformed into a beautiful hallway exhibiting the very talented artists and work that we have from grades 6 through 10. And showing their beautiful work that they have done over the course of this year, as well as music that will be played from our music department, compositions done by the students themselves. So this will be a very exciting time as we get closer to the end of the school year to be able to celebrate the creative energies of many students and also the teachers that will no doubt inspire all of you. So take time to enjoy, stop and visit, take the time and appreciate the beautiful talent that we have here at MISJ. Thank you very much for all the hard work from the teachers in getting this event together. I hope you all can enjoy the time. Thank you.
My biggest influences, I would say, is my family. Again, my dad comes from a really artistic family. My mom is more of a formal family, and that combination has really allowed me to pursue that passion.
My biggest influence so far has been David Foster. He is one of my favorite musicians and music writers of all time. All his songs have resonated with me because, I feel he gives such feeling and emotion when he writes songs.
Kanye West, because every day nowadays everyone just raps about what? Gang violence, money, flexing. But I think Kanye, he really focused a lot on what family values, brotherhood, and many other deep concepts, and I think that's really commendable.
A valuable skill I learned in the arts, I would say, is patience. I'm actually very perfectionist when it comes to my art because it's really important for me to recreate the vision that I have. So when this art course forces me to explore different mediums that I'm not familiar with and have no experience with, I'd obviously be really stressed about my pieces not being good enough. But I learned that everything is a process, and that's a really valuable lesson that I've learned, not only for my art but also just my life.
I think one of the most valuable skills that I've learned so far is the skill of adapting and creatively using the resources that I have to complete tasks and create my projects. I feel like if you can adapt with every instrument that you're given, it's gonna be much more easy to kind of explore new ideas and complete the projects.
In the arts, music, I think I really learned to layer different instruments correctly and make them sync in with each other to create just one huge composition that works and that's good to the ears, I guess.
One art project that I think is really important that I've completed over the years, I would say, is this fruit painting that we did in 8th grade, where everyone basically assembled their own fruit compositions and we would paint them on canvas using acrylic.
All of the projects that I've done for the rock unit, we were supposed to create a rock song and we were also supposed to perform some rock music. And that was definitely one of the most important ones for me.
So two important and like my favorite projects for this first semester, which was creating works related to reggae. So the first one was transforming an already existing song into a reggae song. And I like that because it proved to be a really hard task, because initially this song, like I did Can't Help Falling in Love, so that's a love song, it's a slow song, and you transform into a funky reggae song.
When I finished that piece, I actually wasn't very satisfied with the final result, so I decided that I kind of wanted a redemption arc, and I decided to start my own paintings for my own amusement. Ever since, my skill in painting has improved a lot, and now painting is just my way of, having art be a constant factor in my life. It's really helped me, define myself and explore myself as an artist.
The significance of it is the fact that I discovered one of my most favorite music genres today, which is rock. Because if I didn't study rock back then, I probably wouldn't have known and listened to all the songs that I have now. And I'll never forget, like, being with my friends. Some of them are playing the bass and some of them are playing the guitar, even though they don't know how to. But we're just having fun and just jamming out to rock songs. And I feel like that was so wholesome and memorable, so I definitely won't forget it.
It's important to learn to do something like that because you need to understand and break down the elements of the music. And by breaking down those elements of music, you can build it up again as your own work, with your own hint of creativity. These assignments kind of force you to creative thinking. So I think these projects were really good for my original thinking. And I like thinking originally, man. Like, it's fire.
Hello, my name is Mala from 6C, and I'll be talking about how I made my artwork. For my first artwork, which is the radial design, I created a small version of it first on paper to see how I wanted it to look like. Once I was satisfied with the results, I started to draw it on a big piece of paper. After drawing it, I started coloring it with colored pencil and outlining the work using another piece of translucent paper on top. The very last touch is to add my face, which is done with a sketch, outline, and colored the same way. For my second artwork, which is an endangered animal, I chose a codcod, which is a type of cat breed. It's similar to a lion. I started by drawing the facial features with a pencil using black paper. After that, I outlined the drawing and colored it with oil pastel. We used the techniques that the teacher has taught us to make it look like fur. Once I was done, I just needed to give it highlights, and then it was finished. And that was my explanation for my artworks. Thank you for listening.
I'm Kenan K from 8A, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about the song I made called Escape from Reality. And oh my gosh, I just realized how emo that sounds.
Daydream in the light of day. The world sucks, but I gotta stay.
The first thing I did when making the song was writing the lyrics. And in order to do that, I tried to find songs to match what I was trying to write. In the song, I wanted to, I guess, talk about my fantasies and my dreams, because there I could, have a lot of things. I could be anything I want. I could be whoever I wanted to be. After I wrote the lyrics, I tried to think of a melody, and at first, it was pretty difficult. Well, the cheat code of having a musically talented sibling, she helped me in creating the melody and the riff. In order to do that, I just tried to sing the song with the lyrics, and she would try, to recreate my mess of a melody. All in all, it was a pretty wonderful experience. But would I do it again, though?
Hi, I'm Sophia of 9A, and for our first semester of art, our task was to learn how to create depth using point perspective, from 1-point perspective to 2-point perspective. Actually, I used 2-point perspective in my final project. Now comes our final assessment. We were asked to apply what we've learned about perspective with surrealism. Now, surrealism is a type of art which is dreamlike, or something out of the ordinary. What I really liked about this task was we were able to apply something that's realistic, like point perspective, with something that's out of this world, or something from our imagination and creativity, which is surrealism.
Hello there, fellow audiences. It is I, Diamanta, from class of 9B. So, in art class, we are tasked to make a painting based off Picasso's Dora Maar. But in this project, we had to choose an idol, singer, or celebrity that we admire so much, and we do some deep research, or like biography, and we then express all of that concept into our artwork. So you see from here my artwork, I painted my celebrity with all these crazy details you see here, right? So this artwork all begins with a simple sketch, and then you apply all this idea and concept there, and there you go. But then not just that, you can express your artwork all the way you want, right? You can use plaster, like you can express the color through the palette, and pretty much, do whatever you want with the artwork. So that's pretty much all that's it here. Thank you!
For the first semester of music, the topic was reggae, and it was mainly divided into two, which was performance and composition. For performance, it focused more on playing different aspects that are present in reggae music. Meanwhile, for composition, it focused more on composing our own songs and changing a genre of a song to reggae.
Wise men say only fools rush in.
Now, what we learned include the different aspects found in reggae, including offbeat chords, as well as how to write lyrics for reggae songs. And we also got to learn more about the terminologies that are connected with reggae songs.
This year, the grade 10 visual arts students studied abstract figure sculpture and linocut printmaking. On the first semester, we were tasked with creating abstract sculptures that represent a movement or a figure in motion of our choice. By analyzing works of famous abstract sculptors and understanding the necessary compositions, we were able to use those skills to create sculptures of our own. As we continue to navigate through the struggles of the pandemic and home-based learning, the students have learned stronger values like independency and resilience. We discover how to become resourceful against the challenges and obstacles we face. Rebirth, the process of being reincarnated or born again, the theme of our second semester linocut prints. Though this pandemic has put us all through rough circumstances, it has all changed us in some way. Some of us have gone through a new journey of self-discovery that made us change for the better, leaving behind the past and bringing forth these new and improved versions of ourselves. Throughout this unit, we studied the way artists use lines and values to convey thoughts and emotions. We learned the certain ways to carve that will help get our intended message across.